I made a video a couple of months ago discussing some things I had never experienced in my 12 years of driving rideshare. In it, I discussed that I had never earned over $100 on a single ride. Well, I still haven't, but I just came close. Let's discuss. So it was in the afternoon on Tuesday of last week. At about 4:15, I received a request out to Stillwater, Minnesota. And I don't typically like to accept requests out that way. It's about 8 minutes outside of the typical area that I like to stay in. But then 15 minutes later, I received a Lyft request to Stillwater, and I figured I would just accept that one. Typically from 3 to 6, it's my busiest time of day in terms of requests, and I figured I would just go with it. And it was a good request. Under our guaranteed rate structure here, I should have been paid about $24 for this ride. And after dropping that rider off in Stillwater, I ended up declining about 2 or 3 minimum fare requests because I was waiting for that longer request that would bring me back to the metro. And after waiting about 10 minutes, I received my best request ever. And at first when I saw it, I was shocked by 2 things. First, the upfront fare was $87.85. And the main thing was that the drop-off location was somewhere I was willing to go without feeling that I would be stranded. And a third thing that surprised me is that this upfront fare of $87 was actually $10 above what the guaranteed rate structure requires here in Minnesota. This was definitely not the highest upfront fare I've ever seen. I've seen many in the hundreds. I've even seen some from the $200 to $300 range. But those have always been to destinations hours outside of the metro area, and I'd have to eat a lot of dead miles just to get back to the metro. So I have had the potential of earning over $100 on a single ride before, but they've never been worth it because of all of those dead miles that I would have to eat. And another bonus is that it was an Uber request that was from the exact same townhome complex location that I had just dropped my Lyft passenger off at. I literally had to drive like 200 feet for the pickup. It honestly felt pretty synchronistic. And again, the main reason I accepted this request was the drop-off location. It was Mystic Lake Casino, which is the closest casino to our metro here, about 25 miles from downtown Minneapolis. As far as the details, again, it was an upfront fare of $87.85, but I ended up getting paid $89.37 because I earned some wait time. The duration was 56 minutes and 36 seconds, and the distance was 48.29 miles. And the rider ended up paying $112.61. And again, the upfront fare of $87 was almost $10 higher than what Uber is required to pay here in Minnesota under our guaranteed rate structure. They're actually required to pay me $79 for this ride, eventually with the top-off structure. So they could have really underpriced this ride. I still would have accepted it, and they would have had to top me off a lot. And the main reason this was such a lucrative ride here in Minnesota is because of our guaranteed rate structure. During period 3, when transporting a passenger, we have guaranteed rates of $1.28 per mile and 31 cents per minute. And in previous years, when there weren't guaranteed rates, they would have probably priced this ride a lot lower with that upfront fare. Alright, so after I dropped that passenger off, I was still kind of shocked that I had just gotten paid as well as I did for the ride. I ended up only needing to wait about 15 minutes, and then sure enough, I received a request from the Hotel Casino to downtown Minneapolis. And this was another fantastic request. The upfront fare was $28.15, but under our guaranteed rate structure here, I should have been paid about $42 for this ride, and the rider also left a $9 tip, so for this ride, I earned $51.37. So over the course of that hour and 15 minutes between those 2 rides, I earned $77 per hour before expenses. So in summary, I had declined a request to Stillwater because I didn't want to get stuck out there. Then 15 minutes later, I received another request to Stillwater and decided to just go for it because it was the busiest time of day. It was between 3 and 6 p.m. And also while I was in Stillwater, I declined some minimum fare requests because I did not want those. I wanted that longer request that would bring me back to the metro. And had I accepted one of those minimum fare requests, I might not have received that request because I would have been pulled away from that exact location where I dropped my previous rider off. And this just confirms that cherry picking requests is the proper strategy, especially during the busiest times of the day. But what about all of you? I just had my highest earning ride after 12 years of driving rideshare. What's the highest you've ever earned on a ride, and what market do you drive in? And not to be greedy, but now that I've gotten close, I'm hoping that $100 ride that is worth accepting is coming my way soon. If you've yet to download the Solo app to help you manage your rideshare business and earn more, our referral link is in the description. We also have a free newsletter, and the link to sign up for that is in the description as well. If you've yet to watch my previous video on receiving requests on Lyft before they're ever even made, be sure to check that one out. Thanks again for watching, and drive safe. Thanks.